What can be done to make traffic policemen across the country feel more secure when they go out to do their duty every day?
He may be a juvenile or whatever it is, according to the law, action will be taken.
We cannot afford that our policemen suffer like this at the hands of all these kind of gundas and miscreants and get away with it.
30 तारीख को सुबह साहब वहाँ जब पहुँचे, उसके बाद ये सारे मीडिया में क्यों आए?
The Chief Minister has promised a swift action.
ये जो हादसे होते हैं, तो हम लोग बात करते और छोड़ देते। उसके बाद में क्या हुआ, क्या नहीं हुआ, वो कोई देखते ही नहीं।
When you convict people, of course, everybody will follow law and order, just like in Western countries or anywhere around the world.
These are the things which are captured on a CCTV. Why are they not shown? The public anger will be 10 times what it is today, and that is what we need, the anger.
2 घंटे विलास शिंदे जी पड़े हुए थे, लेकिन किसी पब्लिक ने इनको हाथ नहीं लगाया.
As citizens, we have a responsibility towards our police officers.
I think the media is projecting this as a major problem. If this picks up, I am sure it will have a tremendous impact.
Are you watching The Urban Debate? Only on Magic Bricks Now.
Hello and welcome to the news on Magic Bricks Now. I'm Amita Balachandra. Let's take a look at the top headlines at this hour. Bappa's Come Home. The 10-day festival kicks off with colour, lights and festivities in Mumbai and across India. Magic Bricks Now. Impact. Mumbai's favourite deity literally removes obstacles for the Mumbai motorist. Finally, arterial roads in the city become pothole-free. In the national capital, private garbage collection contractor holds an entire township to ransom. Residents cry foul, say Indirapuram has now become a dump yard. Also in the news, find out Aadhar Poonawala's 100 crore rupee plan to make Pune clean and green. Let's kickstart the news with the 10-day Ganesha celebration spread across the country. People across India welcome the god of good luck and prosperity with modaks and laddus. But Mumbai once again steals the limelight as celebrations begin in full swing with zeal and fervour. Let us give you a darshan of Lal Bagh Cha Raja, probably the most famous and revered Ganapati darshans of the country. Disha Shah gets us what exactly is happening at Lal Bagh Cha Raja.
Maharashtra's most awaited festival, Ganesh Utsav, is here. In fact, today is the first day and I'm standing here at Lal Bagh Cha Raja, which is known as Mumbai Cha's Raja, which is also known as the biggest Ganpati in Mumbai. In fact, today it's the first day and look at the crowd here. Hundreds of people have gathered here just to catch one glimpse of the biggest Ganpati in Mumbai. In fact, not only over here, but hundreds of people are waiting outside as well. They are standing outside and waiting. In fact, there are people who wait for the entire day to catch and to seek Papa's blessings. In fact, the Lal Bagh Cha Raja, in its 83rd year, it has a background, it has a history to it. It was just, 83 years ago when the shop owners of Lal Bagh Cha Market, where Lal Bagh Cha Ganpati resides, their business was going flop. They were not growing in the business, so they decided to do a vastu, and that was when they set up Lal Bagh Cha Raja, and that is how the biggest Ganpati in Mumbai was born. In fact, the Lal Bagh Cha Raja has a reputation of fulfilling all the people's blessings and wishes over here, and this of course is visible by the amount of people who visit Lal Bagh Cha Raja every year over the course of 10 days. In fact, in 2015 alone, close to 1.5 million people had visited Lal Bagh Cha Raja. So of course, and this Lal Bagh Cha Raja is also accepted. It's the only Ganpati which is accepted by all the pandals across the city. So that is why Lal Bagh Cha Raja is known as one of the biggest, not one of the biggest, but the biggest Ganpati in Mumbai and Mumbai Cha's Raja. This is Disha Shah for Magic Bricks Now.
Festivities are in full swing in the city of Mumbai. Here's a word of caution for all Mumbaikars. 49 arterial roads will be shut for vehicular traffic through the city. These include CP Tank Road, VP Road, Tilak Bridge in Dadar, LBS Marg in Kurla West, LBS Marg in Mulund, Santa Cruz Link Road, Juhu Tara Road and SV Road in Kandivali West. Now, traffic will also be diverted on several routes. Some of the biggest diversions will be at Yashwant Chowk, Bavla Compound, Kelkar Marg and Supari Bagh. Now, the Mumbai Traffic Police Force has roped in an additional 14,000 people to manage traffic over the next 10 days. 6,000 CCTVs have also been installed. Now, while festivities are in full swing in Mumbai, Pune is not far behind. Helping Pune stay clean during Ganpati is the Aadhar Poonawalla Clean City movement that was launched in January this year. The Serum Institute, SAON, has also invested 100 crore rupee in cleaning up Pune, will assist 5 Ganpati pandals in waste management during the festivities. Now, Ruchi Deshpande caught up exclusively with Aadhar Poonawalla and began by asking him about this initiative.
I'm very proud to be an Indian, but sometimes my pride takes a hit when I see the inequalities that we see out there in our cities, and one of them was the garbage and waste management that we are every day finding very hard to deal with. And so I said something must be done, something needs to be done on a city-wide basis. And so I brought in some consultants, took some advice, and then finally have got a team of more than 100 people now on the streets with trucks and machines imported from Belgium, from Holland, from the UK. You know, everyone wants to do their part, and that's really encouraging. And that's where we are today.
Okay, well, you were in Mumbai with the Chief Minister Devendra Fadnavis. It was regarding inauguration of toilets for the policemen. Correct me if I'm wrong, but so how was that event? What was that all about? What is it that?
So that's an extension of the Clean City initiative of ours, where we're concentrating both on hygiene and sanitation and water. So apart from picking up the waste, we're talking about building toilets. We're talking about providing clean drinking water from rivers and other sources that we have tapped through our plant and technology, which we are planning to make available via tankers and pipelines.
You sort of started all this initiative in the city of Pune. Well, going forward, can we expect an expansion of any sort, or you foraying into other venues when it comes to health, sanitation and other civic issues?
Well, you know, this is going to cost about 100 crores. That's what we've pledged so far. We've spent about half of that already. The reason we confined it to this city, at least for the next 2 years or 3 years, is that we want to make Pune as a model to showcase for other cities in Maharashtra, and then one day, you know, all across India. It's the first time this has happened. Any corporate or government or individual has done this in India, and that's why it's been getting a lot of attention. And I hope that this inspires others to also step forward to use this as a model in other cities.
From Pune to Mumbai now, a sustained campaign on the pothole mess has finally paid off. BMC seems to have kept its Ganpati deadline and has repaired most of the potholes in the eastern suburbs. Remember, this was the 9th time the BMC had extended its self-set deadline. My colleague Disha Shah, who drove through the Eastern Express Highway, gets us this report.
Mumbai civic body, the BMC, has met its deadline of repairing and filling potholes, at least if you talk about the Eastern Express Highway before Ganesh Utsav. And today it's the first day of Ganesh Utsav, and right now you can see I'm standing here at the Sion Bridge, and you can see that, one entire stretch of the road, the potholes are repaired and filled by the BMC. In fact, when we drove right from Mulund up to Sion, we did not spot much potholes, but we did spot, uneven leveling of roads, but that BMC told us they are working on currently, and that they will finish, repairing that at least from 15 days from now. In fact, right now also you can see that the cars are moving by, the two-wheelers are moving by. That's not a problem that at least we are witnessing at the moment. They are having bumpy free ride, and in fact, lastly, we also got to know that BMC is working on a plan which will ensure pothole free, which will ensure a new technology. Remember, this was the 9th extension that BMC had self-imposed to repair potholes and to fill potholes. So at least if you talk about the Eastern Express Highway, BMC has met its deadline. so you can be rest assured that at least from Mulund to Sion, you can be rest assured of a bumpy free ride. This is Disha Shah for Magic Bricks Now.
Now, it's not just the Eastern Express Highway, but the Western Express Highway has also shown a remarkable improvement. My colleague Suesha Sawant went there earlier in the day to see if the Ganpati deadline has been fulfilled.
Today is the first year of Ganpati. To check the status of the potholes, we drove through the Western Express Highway. What we saw was that although most of the potholes have been filled, the roads have been leveled more or less. There are a few potholes that are remaining. Now let me tell you that most of the big Ganpatis usually go through this stretch, and the people travel in big groups. And although, like I said, the roads have been leveled, it should not be too much of an inconvenience for the big Ganpatis that go from this stretch in the next 10 days. Yes, they have to be a little careful because there are minor potholes here and there which people need to be careful about. This is Suesha Sawant for Magic Bricks Now.
Now, the potholes in both the express highways may have been filled, but we'll keep a very, very close watch on them on Magic Bricks Now. Moving on to our other big Mumbai story we've been tracking here. It is an incident that should make Mumbai hang its head in shame. Two boys, aged 17 and 21, assault a traffic policeman who was on duty, laying down the law. A week later, head traffic constable Vilas Shinde succumbed to his injuries, all for stopping a boy on a bike for not wearing his helmet. Here's a special Magic Bricks Now report.
Agitated wives of policemen at Mumbai's BDD Chawl and Worli, demanding justice and protection for their husbands. The men who lay down the law, who protect the city while it sleeps.
बहुत डर लगता है, बहुत मतलब हमारे कम से कम 10-12 कॉल्स होते हैं पूरे दिन में कि मेरा हस्बैंड जहाँ पे ड्यूटी पे है वहाँ पे सही है या नहीं है।
वो नाबालिग लड़का है, हमारे ऊपर हाथ उठा रहा है, हमारा एक प्रकार का उसने खून किया है, हमारा खून किया है। एंड पुलिस खाते का जो पुलिस डिपार्टमेंट है उसको तो कोई वैल्यू ही नहीं रखा है कि एक मामूली सा लड़का आके हम लोग के ऊपर डायरेक्ट अटैक करता है, मतलब हम लोग की क्या हैसियत रह गई है पुलिस डिपार्टमेंट। दिस इज नॉट फेयर।
This came after the force lost one of their own. After a juvenile and his brother beat up an on-duty policeman in broad daylight and left him for dead on August. His offence? Laying down the law, stopping an underage biker for not wearing a helmet.
When two boys aged 16 and 21 attacked him with a wooden stick on his head, leading to severe head injuries, and he succumbed to his injuries on late Wednesday night.
The late Vilas Shinde would have been just another statistic joining 100 other policemen who have been attacked and killed on duty. But protests by angry wives of policemen and Magic Bricks Now's sustained coverage has made the establishment sit up and take note. Taking note of rising public ire, CM Fadnavis finally met with protesting wives of policemen late Friday evening and vowed strict action against juvenile crime. CM Fadnavis also promised to execute long-pending police reforms.
The policemen will have their own protection properly with one, not only one alone policeman will be standing in the corner and checking the licenses or anything. The traffic police will be in the groups, and in coming times he is going to announce it about the health policies for the police, first time in the history of Maharashtra police force.
Big promises, but this will obviously not bring much solace to the grieving family of late Vilas Shinde. For now, they can only draw hope by believing that his death was not in vain. Bureau Report, Magic Bricks Now.
Moving on now, residents of Amrapali village in Ghaziabad are facing a prolonged spell of civic apathy in the form of a huge dump yard outside the society building that is creating a huge cleanliness and health issue. Now, the society is located in the heart of Ghaziabad, very near to National Highway 24. Over 5,000 families are affected. Some of the residents have contracted serious diseases like dengue and chikungunya. Despite a number of complaints to the civic authorities, there is no respite for the residents. Our reporter Deepa Rana caught up with the residents. Take a look.
This has been pathetic over here. Foul smells every day. During the rainy season, water stagnated over here, which causes the breeding of mosquitoes.
Unfortunately, I don't know who owns the responsibility. Wherever we have gone, nobody tells it is my responsibility. Where to go? Unprecedented sickness has happened this year. How much money we have lost. National highway side, we thought it will be heaven. But now it is hell. I am thinking of shifting from here. I want to sell my house. But unfortunately, because of this problem, there is no buyer.
My whole family has been affected with chikungunya. Not once, but twice. And I've been going to the doctors, to the hospitals, like every now and then. And this is really very horrible situation for us.
Surprisingly, after 9 months of continuous follow-up with GDA, the recent reply says it is not a dump yard. It's not a garbage dump yard. No, but can you see this thing? It's not a dump yard.
Over 5,000 families of Amrapali village have been affected, and this particular area, as you see behind me, is a dump yard. There are people dumping over here. The authorities have now called it a scrap place. However, the authorities are also passing the buck from one organization to another, saying it's not part of their jurisdiction, or that this dump yard doesn't come under their authority, or they cannot do anything about it. However, 5,000 families, lots of the residents are now planning to move out from this particular place as they are unable to stay over here. This foul smell, as well as a dump yard which has been created over the last 2.5 years, the families have been affected badly. They are being affected with issues like with diseases like chikungunya as well as dengue. However, the authorities are not taking any action whatsoever on ground. This is Deepa Rana reporting for Magic Bricks Now in Indrapuram.
Moving on to our sustained campaign against project delays, Haryana CM Manohar Lal Khattar meets home buyers in Gurgaon. This is in fact the 4th time the CM is meeting buyers in delayed projects in the Gurgaon market. Deepa Rana gets us details on what was announced.
The Haryana Chief Minister Manohar Lal Khattar has met with various home buyers in a redressal forum and has also offered a slew of measures in various projects as well. Now, there were home buyers of the Ambience Lagoon apartments who demanded that maintenance issues should be given to the RWA, the Residents Welfare Association of this particular Ambience apartments, instead of the builder. Now, the Haryana CM has offered for a committee to be set up under the Divisional Commissioner. This committee is going to submit a report in next meeting, and after that, a course of action is going to be decided in this particular case. In fact, other home buyers of the Unitech Vistas project, which is located in Sector 70, also demanded that there is a project delay of about 6 to 9 years in this particular project. The company has not handed over possession of flats to the Unitech Vistas home buyers, and the Haryana CM has asked for a revival plan from the company, which is going to be submitted very soon. Now coming to the MRMGF home buyers. Now MRMGF home buyers have been complaining of a project delay of over 6 years' time. Not even construction had started until last year when we at Magic Bricks Now were reporting. But now work on the MRMGF projects have been started even after the demerger. The MGF has started construction on most of its projects. This was conveyed again to the Haryana CM by the district, town and country planning officials. In fact, there were also complaints against the Mayfield Garden project, and the Haryana CM has asked the HUDA to probe the matter. These has been some of the complaints which were brought up today. There were other complaints of around 23 more complaints which were brought to the redressal forum. Haryana CM has promised that the project delays which have been rampant in the Gurgaon region are going to be addressed soon, and this redressal meeting will continue to address more demands from the home buyers so that the project delays are brought down and a correct course of action is being taken. This is Deepa Rana reporting for Magic Bricks Now in New Delhi.
In the meantime, there's some good news coming in for Mumbaikars. On the cards are a new road and rail link. Both will ease commute and cut down travel time between Navi Mumbai and the western suburbs. First up is a rail link that will connect western suburbs Vasai and Virar to Diva and Panvel in Navi Mumbai. Now, this link is to be built at an estimated cost of 9,356 crore rupees and will be Mumbai's longest rail link on the suburban local train network. The proposed line will pass through crucial areas like Vasai, Bhiwandi, Karbao, Kalamboli and Diva and is expected to boost manufacturing and IT businesses in these areas. It would also benefit people living in the Navi Mumbai, Shilfata and Vasai Virar areas. Now, the link was cleared by the Niti Aayog and awaits final approval by the Prime Minister-chaired Cabinet Committee of Economic Affairs. Once it gets the final nod, of course, MRVC will float bids for this project. Also coming soon is shorter distances that await Mumbaikars. MMRDA has appointed consultants for the 7.5 kilometers 3x3 lane JVLR Kopar Khairane Gansoli Bridge. Now, this bridge which will link the eastern suburbs by mid-September, interestingly, also will be the only intercity link with a long cycle track and a walkway accessible from both ends. My colleague Aishwarya Palawal gets us more details.
MMRDA is all set to make the life of Mumbai citizens extremely easy. The authority is looking at constructing a bridge which will connect Jogeshwari in the west to Ghansoli in the east. Now, this new bridge will reduce the travel time by a whopping 1 hour. Typically, it takes Mumbai citizens close to 2 hours to travel from Jogeshwari in the west to reach Ghansoli in the east. But once this bridge is constructed, this travel time will be reduced by 1 hour, which means that if you want to go from west to the east, you can travel through this bridge and reach your destination within an hour. Now, sources tell us that the estimated cost of this bridge is close to 1,200 crore rupees and that MMRDA is looking at receiving a consultation report on this bridge by September end. Sources also tell us that MMRDA wants to push this through and they are looking at starting construction by December, which means that in the next 2 to 3 years, people who want to travel from the west to the east will be able to do so in straight 1 hour.
Also in the news, there is a new man at Mint Street. Urjit Patel has now officially assumed charge at the RBI. Patel, who has maintained a contrasting low profile to outspoken Raghuram Rajan, has his immediate task cut out, finishing the unfinished agenda of his predecessor on completing deep surgery of banks and winning the war on inflation. The 52-year-old Dr. Patel's appointment as the 24th RBI Governor was effective Sunday, though his first working day will be on Tuesday. With that, it's a wrap on the news on Magic Bricks Now. Happy Ganesh Chaturthi to you and your family. We leave you with Ganpati celebrations from across India.
Crisis of health which should be on top of the mind, but where is Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal?
I'm so delighted that you are focusing on this issue, so I think you deserve to be congratulated.
The arc has been missing in action really when they would need it the most. I mean, I'll give the BJP this much, at least they're coming up.
Unless until we don't work through the year, we will land up with the same problem again next year.
The government of Delhi required to be proactive, which it wasn't, and misplanning by the earlier regimes is also a very big part in this mess.
We have taken so many preventive measures, starting from that we have doubled our domestic breeding checkers.
How many drives for educating the people of Delhi as to how they can, save themselves from vector-borne diseases have been carried out by the MCD.
There has to be better planning, better coordination, better execution, better governance, and therefore better government.
When we called them about Delhi flooding, they did not give us a response. When we called them about this health issue, they did not give us a response. They did have the time to constantly respond to the media about a sex scandal. And I think that should list out the priorities of that government.
Are you watching The Urban Debate? Only on Magic Bricks Now. You can watch live TV on our website mpnow.in. Find us on Facebook at facebook.com/magicbricksnow. And don't forget to click the like button. You can also follow us on Twitter at Magic Bricks Now. To stay updated with all our programming, hit the subscribe button on our YouTube channel by logging on to youtube.com/Magic Bricks Now.